One thing I was just thinking about when that combines all of this stuff is, I mean, first of all, I think that one of the things that I think is interesting about this entire project is the looking at underground spaces and the programmability of holes and tunnels and artificial caves and basements and that sort of thing, and the solidifying of the earth, but yet also the weakening or the opening up and the rupturing and that kind of thing. I think that all of those are really interesting possible directions for sort of like the troglodytation of architecture, so to speak. But it reminds me of, I'm trying to just in my head think about different ways of combining all this stuff, and I don't know if you guys saw there were these videos that were hugely popular on the internet about 2 years ago, where it's a Japanese researcher who has nano-scale iron filings that animate through these like insane shapes, and they like spring into like stars patterns and then crumble and
ferromagnetism.
Yeah, it's
ferromagnetic fluids.
Yeah, that's and like so. First of all, they're unbelievable. If you haven't seen these videos, you totally need to look them up. But I'm almost wondering if there's some way. Imagine if you can see those ferromagnetic shapes in your head right now. Imagining that sort of thing, but where it's not ferromagnetic fluid, that's space, and it's moving in the sand beneath your building and through new force field reinforced basement spaces. Yeah. And so you could actually, I don't even know what it would be, but it would be like maybe one of these things in the upper, it was just up there a second ago, but it's where you stick a mast in the ground and it's a power point, or it's a like a electrical mast. Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah. But yeah, it's like imagine the kind of thing where you stick that mast in the ground, and that's sort of some sort of like power source / transmitter. And now there's this whole series of like temporary weird spaces opening up in the sand beneath you, and then and that's the sort of thing also where it goes back to what we were talking about half an hour ago, where the failure of that structure would be catastrophic, but you have to have something that would constantly maintain it over time, because the minute you turn it off, the nanobots that are exuding Bacillus pasteurized, or whatever, Bacillus pasteurized, that chemical that freezes sand, like they stop, or the basement collapses, or that kind of thing. But anyway, I love the idea that there could be these nomadic temporary spaces actually self-tunneling through the ground beneath Istanbul, or beneath Baghdad, or that kind of thing. Sounds like a pretty awesome idea. And I know that that's not what this project is, but
it was insane mass paranoia though.
It'd be so interesting, imagine that. Or imagine like instead of an earthquake, a whole series of spaces just move beneath your building, and it's like a new way of traveling through the earth. Amazing. Like you're just lying in bed and suddenly you hear a rumble, and like 6 rooms just move beneath your building. I don't know, it would be amazing. And also, imagine like instead of an elevator, like instead of building an elevator shaft through the earth, if you just had these kind of bacterially reinforced spaces, they could just program themselves downward. So you would just stand there, and the room you're in would just sort of like drop 50 feet, and then you'd be able to access like, I don't know, whatever's down there, like one of these old military tunnels in Baghdad that's part of the proposal. But so in other words, it's not even that it's a built space in any way. It's just a migratory void that you can program through bacterial logic, so some kind of like algorithmic nanobot type thing.